Hi guys, welcome to Homework Help for Year 7, Week 9. We're doing the topic review and I'll explain some of the questions on page 46. Question 5 says, if v is equal to u plus at, find the value of v when u is equal to... Okay, this question is just basic substitution. So, whoops. Okay, whoops. Yep. Okay, so v is equal to u plus at. Now, u is said to be minus 4, so that's v equals to minus 4 plus a, which is 10. So that's 10. At means a times t, so 10 times the value of t, which is 3.5. So let's work on this one. You got minus 4 plus with 10 times 3.5, that's 35. So minus 4 plus 35 will give me 31. So therefore v equals to 31. There's your answer. Okay, the rest of that question will be the same. So moving on to question 6. Find the value of a when h is equal to 14. Okay, I'll do maybe the last one here. So, okay. So we have the formula a is equal to h over 2 a plus b. Now the question is for question C. I'm going to do question C. It says find the value of a. Find this value here. When the big A is equal to 104. So 104 is equal to h divided by 2. What's h? H is given to us to be 16. So that'll be 16 divided by 2. And you have a, we don't know what that is, plus b. B is 5.5. Okay. Now we're going to work backwards. So what's 16 divided by 2? That will be 8. So 104 is equal to 8 times a plus 5.5. Now we're going to use the backtracking strategy. So what we're going to do is, the last thing that occurred was the multiply by 8. Okay, so I'm going to divide it by 8. So divide this by 8 as well. So this will cancel out. And 104 divided by 8 will be 13, sorry. And that's going to be equal to your a plus 5.5. So what we're going to do is minus 5.5 from both sides. And you're going to get 13 minus 5 will give me 7. So that's 6.5 is equal to a. Oh wait, hold on. Is it 6 minus 7 point? Yeah, that's correct. Okay. 11, 12. Wait, hold on. Should be, yeah, 7.5, not 6.5. My bad. Okay, there's your answer for A. The rest of the questions, they're not always asking for A. So for example, question B, 6B is asking for H. So you have to find H working backwards. Let's look at question 7. It says if E is equal to a half of mv squared, find the value of... I'm going to do question B this time. So E is equal to a half m times v squared. So we need to find the value of m, given that E is equal to 75, so that's 75 right there, equals to a half times by m. We don't know what m is, but we're given that v is 2.5, so that's 2, so that's times by 2.5 squared. So that's going to be 75 is equal to a half times m times by 2.5 squared. I think that's 6.25. Just going to double check if that's correct. Yep, 6.25. Okay. So 75 is equal to, let me see, yeah, m times by 6.25 divided by 2. So let's multiply everything by 2 first, get rid of that half. Okay, so it'll be 150 is equal to 6.25 times m. So now we just divide both sides by 6.25. Okay, just get your calculators and do that, might be a bit quicker. And you're going to get 24. So therefore m is equal to 24. I'm going to skip question 8, I'm going to go to question 9. All of these questions are just substitution, okay? Question 9, I'm moving on to this one. Now it says find the values of, let's do 9b. Find the value of c. So f is equal to 32 plus with 9c over 5. Find c when f equals to 95. So this will be 95 is equal to 32 plus with this 9c over 5. Let's take away 32 from both sides. So 95 take away 32 will be 63 is equal to 9c divided by 5. Let's multiply both sides by 5. So that means 63 times it by 5 will be 315 is equal to 9c. Now we divide both sides by 9. And that will give you c is equal to 35. There's your answer there. Alright. Now question 10. We're going to use these worded problems and figure out a mathematical expression. So the first one says 7 less than twice a number is 19. 7 less means I have to minus 7 from something. From what? 7 less than twice a certain number. So twice a certain number means 2 times a certain number. Let's call the number x. So that means 2 times x. So 2x minus 7. And the answer is 19. So we put equals to 19. Now we work backwards. So let's add 7 to both sides. So that makes 2x is equal to, what is this? 26. We divide both sides by 2. And we get x is equal to 13. Okay. What else? I'll do question D. 3/4 of a certain number is 24. So 3/4 of a certain number, let's call the number x, is equal to 24. Now remember, in mathematics the word of means times. So 3/4 times x. X is a whole number, we assume it to be a whole number, so let x be a whole number and put it over 1 equals 24. So that means 3 times x divided by 4 is equal to 24. So let's work backwards. Let's times both sides by 4. So 3x, or 3 times x, is equal to 96. Now we have to divide both sides by 3. And you get x is equal to 32. There you go. The sum, alright, I'm going to do question G. The sum of 2 consecutive numbers is 97. Find the number. So consecutive numbers means one after another. So for example, 3 and 4. So 4 is right after 3. Okay, so or 7 and 9, no, 7 and 8. Or you could say 8 and 10. These are consecutive numbers, but they're even consecutive numbers. So as long as As long as the numbers are going up by a certain, let's say increasing by a certain number, then that can be considered consecutive. So normally it goes up by 1. So if I have a number, let's say 5, the next consecutive number will be a 6, and so on. The sum of 2 consecutive numbers is 97. So let's call the first consecutive number so we got 2 numbers. Now this second number is 1 larger than the first number. So let's call the first number x, and the second number will have to be x plus 1. Alright, so these 2 numbers, it says the sum of these 2 numbers is 97. So it says find the number. So we have x plus with x plus 1 equals to 97. We have to collect the like terms. So that will be x. X plus x, that is 2x. 2x plus 1 equals to 97. So now we just do the inverse operation. We work backwards. So we have to minus 1 from both sides. So that will leave me with 2x is equal to 96. Now I just have to divide both sides by 2. And I'll get x is equal to 48. And that's my answer there. That means that my first number is 48. It says find the numbers, okay, plural. So the first one is 48. The next number must be 49. There's my 2 numbers. That's the answer there. And you can also check it out. You can say 48 plus 49 will indeed give me 97. And they are both consecutive numbers. So it works out to be all good. The question H, the sum of 3 consecutive odd numbers. Okay, this one's tricky, so I'll help you with this one. 3 consecutive odd numbers. So let the first number be x. The second number be x plus 2. These are odd numbers, okay? So we have to assume that this is the odd number. They're all odd numbers. So whatever number this is, the next odd number you have to add 2. So for example, if the first number was a 7, the next one will have to be a 9 because 7 plus 2 will be 9. Okay, so it goes up by 2. And the third consecutive odd number will be x plus 4. Or you could say x plus 2 and then you add 2, x plus 2 and another 2 again, so x plus 4. Okay, so these are the 3 consecutive numbers. It says the sum of the 3 consecutive numbers is 57. So what we're going to do is we're going to add them up. And that's going to give you your 57. So let's collect the like terms. You got x plus x plus x. That makes 3x. Now let's add the other like terms. 2 plus 4, that makes 6 equals to 57. Now we just have to solve for x. I'll leave that to you. Question 11. Form an equation for each of these, then solve it to find the value of x. So the perimeter. So we're given the perimeter of this rectangle is 40. So that means if I add all the side lengths together, I'll get 40. Okay, so here's number 3. The top length must be 2x plus 7. So let's add them all together. So let's add this one, which is 3, plus with this one, which is 2x plus 7, plus with this one, that's another 3, plus with this one, which is another 2x plus 7. And if you add them all together, you're going to get the perimeter of 40, which is given to us. Okay, so let's collect the like terms. You got 3 plus 7 plus 3 plus 7. 3 plus 7 is 10. 3 plus 7 is 10, so that makes 20. Now let's consider the x's. You got 2x plus 2x. So that means you got 4x. And altogether, that gives us 40. Okay, so let's take away 20 from both sides. And you're going to get 4x is equal to 40 minus 20 will give me 20. Now we divide both sides by 4. And you're going to get x is equal to 5. There's your answer there. Okay, the next one, question B. The perimeter of this triangle is 38. I have to rub some of this stuff out. Hold on. Okay. So this is an isosceles triangle because two of the sides are equal to each other. And if they're equal to each other, that means that the length is equal. So that means that this side must have a length of 3x minus 10 as well. So if you want to find the perimeter, just add them all up. You got 3x minus 10 plus with another 3x minus 10 plus with the bottom one here, which is x plus 9. And all of that's going to equal to 38 because it's given to us that the perimeter is 38. Now we collect the like terms. You got 3x plus 3x plus x, and that will give you 7x. Now let's look at the numbers. You got minus 10 plus 9. So what's minus 10 minus 10 plus 9? Minus 10 minus 10 is minus 20. Minus 20 plus 9 is minus 11. So in the end, you're going to get 7x minus 11 is equal to 38. And then you can solve for x. The next one is question C. Now, it's given us the area. And this shape is a parallelogram. So to find the area of a parallelogram, we multiply the base by the height. That's it. It's just like a rectangle. So we have to multiply the base, which is 2x minus 3, times it by the height, which is 7. And that will give us the area, which is given to us to be 63 centimeters squared. So let me rewrite this. 2x minus 3 equals to 63. Now, you can divide, you can do backtracking strategy, or you can expand this. There's two ways. If you decide to expand this, you're going to get 7 times 2x, so that'll be 14x. And then 7 times minus 3, which is minus 21, is equal to 63. And then you can work backwards to get x. Or you can use backtrack strategy and say, what was the last thing that occurred on the left hand side? The last thing that occurred was multiplied by 7. So let's divide it by 7. So if we divide it by 7, you're going to get 2x minus 3 equals to 63 divided by 7 will be 9. And you can work out x as well from there. Alright, last one. Okay, question D. We're given the area of a triangle. So to find the area of a triangle, we multiply the base by the perpendicular height. And then we divide it by 2. So area, which is 60. Actually, let me just write. So we'd say 12 times it by x minus 4 divided by 2 is equal to 60. Okay, so the last thing that occurred was divided by 2. So let's times everything by 2. So you're going to get 12 times x minus 4, and that's equal to 120. This cancels out with this, that's why there's no more 2 there. Okay. And now you can do either the backtracking strategy or expand it, and you'll get the answer. Question 12. Form an equation using a geometric property. Okay, so looking at this question A, we can see that this angle here is equal to this angle because they're vertically opposite angles. And the reason they're vertically opposite is because these two are straight lines that have intersect each other. So the opposite angles are equal. That means that 4k minus 17, this degree is equal to k plus 16 degrees. So now we just work backwards. Alright, I want, in the end, I want k is equal to something. Now you got k on the left hand side and k on the right hand side. You got both of them. So first of all, let me get rid of the k on the right hand side. I want no k's on the right hand side, just on the left hand side. So let's get rid of this k on the right hand side by minusing the k away. So we minus the k. So what do we get? 4k minus k will give you 3k. 3k minus 17 is equal to 16. This one disappears. Now let's add the 17. I don't like the 17 hanging on the left hand side there. Let's add the 17 there. So add 17 to both sides. And you will get 3k is equal to 33. So now we just have to divide both sides by 3. And you're going to get k is equal to 11. There's your answer there. Okay, question B. Alright, how do we solve for k? We need to give it some sort of an association, okay? So it has to equal something. Something has to add up or subtract, or something has to occur. So I could see here that these three angles, if we add them all up, we're going to get a full revolution, which is 360 degrees. So I can say 3k plus, so that's this angle here, plus this angle here, which is 2k plus 15. So that's down there. Plus with 135 is equal to 360 degrees. So now all we have to do is just collect the like terms and let's see what we get. You got 3k plus 2k. That makes 5k. Okay, now we have plus 15. So it's a plus 15 plus another 35. So 15 plus 35 will be 150, equal to 360. Alright, we work backwards to find k. You guys can do that on your own. And I think that's it. That's all there is to this page.